Hey, welcome to the second part of 5.1 video. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is complementary angles. And again, you may have talked about this before, you might be remembering this. So two angles, and this in my example to the right here, I got a 45-degree angle and a 50-degree angle. I say that those are complementary because they add up to 90 degrees. And here you see that little 90-degree symbol over there. So 40 plus 50 is equal to 90. So mathematically they add up to 90 degrees, but also if you put them beside each other so that they share that common arm in the middle, so that this arm is shared between those two angles, you can see that they literally make a corner like that. Okay, so here's another set of numbers, 27 and 63. So if I add those two together, 27, 63, 7 plus 3 is 10, so I put a 1 over there. Yeah, that is. It works up to 90 degrees. This one, it's not so easy to see, but you can do it mathematically. But if I were to move those around and set it up so maybe like this one was lined up with here, then we would also get 90 degrees. So the answer here is when two angles add up to 90 degrees, they are complementary. I think we have complementary colors, or like opposite sides of the color wheel. You can sort of think of this as two angles that kind of go together because they make up and make 90 degrees. Another way to say this, or when two angles add up to 90 degrees, we say they complement each other. Now, some of you that are very good at spelling may notice that complement and complement are, homonyms. They sound the same, but they are different words. A compliment is when you say something nice to each other. A complement with an E would be an angle that when added to another angle makes 90 degrees. If one angle is 30, then its complement is 30 plus what gives me 90? 60 degrees. So what did you actually do with 30? If you say 90 minus 30, then you get 60. So if you know one angle and you want to know the complement, you say 90 minus the angle that you know. Here's an example. 68 plus 22 degrees is equal to 90 degrees. So in a triangle, here's the thing, that this one is 90 degrees. And then the other two, I'll put them in red. The other two are always going to add up to 90 degrees. Why is it? Because all three angles together have to add up to 180. And so if you've got, in this case, I guess I could say 90 plus 68 plus 22, they're going to add up to 180. Or you could just say, hey, these two together, the ones that aren't the right angle, the 68 plus 22, are always going to add up to 90 degrees. So for example, I don't know, I'll draw one more. If I draw a right triangle so that this one's 90, if that one's 90 and all three of them add up to 180, that means the other two have to add up to 90 degrees. So I don't know, let's call this one 40. So then this one would have to be 50 degrees. Okay, that works for all right triangles where one angle is a right angle. Okay, supplementary angles. Complementary adds up to 90. Supplementary adds up to 180 degrees. And here's our picture to show it. So if you have a 40 degree and a 140 degree angle and you line them up beside each other like that, they add up to that 180 degrees. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. Notice that together they make a, what do we call this angle? This one here, that angle with the middle point there, that is a straight angle from the first part of this lesson. The supplement of 100 degrees. So 180, I'm trying to get my pen to work again here. See if I can get my tech to work. 180. 180 degrees minus 100 is equal to 80 degrees. So having some trouble here. It's equal to 80 degrees, and that color works. So the supplement of 100 is 80 because they both add up to 180. How are you going to remember? Now I got my blue back. How to remember which is which? In regards to complementary, adds up to 90, and supplementary adds up to 180. I don't know, here's one way to do it. You could say complementary, the C, complementary, corner, makes a right angle. Supplementary, straight, makes a straight line. Okay. How to find a complement or a supplement of an angle. So if you're given 30 degrees and you're supposed to find the complement, you do 90 minus 30. If you're trying to find the supplement, you do 180 minus 30. So you would get 150 degrees. So that's how you find the complement and the supplement. All right, so that's it. So now I would like you to try out the worksheet. So you could do all of number 1. Estimate the size of the angles indicated in the diagrams. So you're going to think about our common reference and remember the different reference we had. I think we had 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 30 and 60 degrees. So if you can estimate those, that would work. Oops. Let's see if I can make this a bit better. There we go. Looking at number 3, it says if Renata cuts a rectangular tile diagonally and one of the acute angles is 65 degrees. Maybe I can see if I can draw that. So if I draw a rectangular tile, it's a rectangle, and she cuts it diagonally, so I guess the cut goes across like this. And if one of the angles is 65, well, clearly that one is 90 and this one is 90, so maybe this one is 65 degrees. Then the question is, what's the size of the other angle? So what's this angle? So it's that idea of a right triangle. The two angles are complements. So I think you can do that. Number 4, Pete is laying irregularly shaped paving stones. He needs to find one to fit in position A, approximately. So in other words, I want you to estimate using reference again. Let's see what else. Oh, and that's it, and then you'll be ready for the mastery check. So I want you to do the worksheet, and you can get the answers from the worksheet are from this. You can either use the QR code using your phone, or you can type in the bit.ly and you can check your worksheet afterwards, and then you're ready for the mastery check. And if you've got any questions, please contact me. If we're running classes, I'll see you in class. If not, you can contact me by email or using Teams. All right, cheerio.